Welcome to the season of becoming. Welcome to September, which is the last month in this season of becoming who you truly want to be. And in this video, what we're going to be talking about is how to prepare yourself to receive. Well, John, I already know how to receive. I receive gifts, presents on my birthday, Christmas. People give me stuff I can receive perfectly. What do I need to learn about? The real cool thing you're going to learn in this video is 5 different ways to be able to receive and prepare yourself to receive. And what I'm talking about with receiving is not receiving gifts and presents and stuff from other people. It's receiving the harvest that you've prepared, that you've grown into, that you've planted. And I'm not just saying a physical harvest, like you planted corn or you planted watermelon and now you're just going to go harvest that. No, I'm talking about all the work that you put into your life. Whether it's your personal life, your financial, your relationships, love, your career, anything. Or it could be all of them. All the work that you've put in this year. Now we're getting ready to receive that. We are getting ready to harvest it, which is going to be next quarter. That's going to be the quarter where we harvest everything. We're preparing ourselves to receive that harvest. So throughout this week, when you watch my daily videos, you're going to hear the same type of messages you hear in here, but it's going to be a little bit different. I've catered those a little bit differently, so the messages and what I say isn't the same thing, so you learn something in both videos. But it's going to cover the same topics. And what you learned about yesterday is how to create the right mindset. And then the video I released earlier today is how to cultivate gratitude. So you've already learned those two. I'm assuming you have. You've watched the videos. If you're trying to learn to make yourself better, you've definitely watched those videos. So you don't have the right mindset. You're going to put yourself down the wrong path. Now in the video I talked about if you're working your ass off, and if you're watching this video, and if you've watched any of my previous videos, I know you are. Because you're trying to make yourself better. You're trying to make your life better. Whether it's for yourself, it's for your family, your loved ones, or whomever. You're working your ass off to make a better life, a better future for yourself. And the thing I always say, you're trying to make a happier, healthier, more joy-filled future. Because that's what life is about. It's not about wealth or accumulation of things and possessions. It's about the richness of life. It's about being happy, not being miserable. It's about being healthy internally and externally, to be able to live a life, to travel, go on adventures, see people. And to be joyful, to not let things get you down, to know that things are working for you, not against you. So creating that mindset, the right mindset. And again, in the video on Monday, I talked about the abundance mindset. I mentioned it in there. And in previous videos, I've mentioned that as well, the abundance mindset. Majority of us, because of society, we cultivated and we ingrained ourselves with a scarcity mindset. There's not enough money. There's not enough jobs. There's not enough resources. There's not enough friends. We won't be able to get this because there's not enough. The supply and demand don't equal out. That's a scarcity mindset. We're always thinking that we need to hoard on to this and grab that and accumulate stuff, accumulate wealth, and then we'll be okay. We'll be happy. But then we realize enough isn't enough. And we try to get more and more and more. And it doesn't fill the void that is growing in our souls. And that's why every time I make a video, I always mention being happier, healthier, more joy-filled. Because that's where life ultimately needs to lead us. Not to accumulate possessions. Not to get the brand new Nikes, or the new iPhone, or the new BMW, or the brand new $1 million house. Or multi-million, wherever you are in your life. Life is abundant. There is so much more out there that we are not grabbing onto because we're so scared we're going to lose what we already have. Let it go. If it comes back to you, then it's yours. Usually it comes back tenfold. So create that mindset. We don't need stuff and things. Create the mindset. And it's not just abundance and scarcity. There's many other mindsets out there. Find the one that's right for you. But keep it positive. You start going around the negative aspects of it, then you're going to start dragging yourself down. You're going to attract negative things to you, bad things to you. The universe will bring that to you. So cultivate a positive mindset, no matter what it is. And not only cultivate that mindset and grow that mindset and create it, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude, thankfulness. Being thankful for what you already have. Being grateful for what you already have. If you think about it, there's so many people in this world right now who don't have what you have. And I mentioned in my video earlier, just taking one step, not to mention walking, but taking one step. Some people can't even walk. They've lost that ability, yet we take it for granted. We're not thankful that we're able to do that. Some people don't have clothes on their body, or good-looking clothes, or passable clothes. Yet majority of us watching this, we have wardrobes upon wardrobes. Every weekend we go buy something new. And there's some people who might have 3 articles of clothing to their name, and that's all they have for years. Be grateful and thankful where you are, where you live, who you are, your parents, your friends, your family. Be grateful and thankful for that. People don't have that. It's always, and it can always be worse somewhere else. Think about that. Think about that the moment you get down on yourself, when you think life is too hard, or that person has the new iPhone, I wish I had that, woe is me. Who gives a shit? Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for who you are. Cultivate that gratitude, that thankfulness. A great thing that's going to do when you do that, it's going to bring that joy and happiness in your life, in your soul, because now you're going to look at something that you were jaded with before. You're going to look at a new lens with new eyes and say, you know what? Life isn't so bad. You're going to bring your spirits up. You're going to feel happier. And people are going to see it. Now, coming down the rest of this week, we got 3 more videos through the days. One of them is going to be talking about tools. Now, you might be thinking, what are you talking about tools? I thought this wasn't a physical thing. This was mental. This was in our soul that we need to grow and get ready for this harvest. You're absolutely correct. And I'm not changing it up. The tools I'm talking about aren't hammer and nails and saw and chisel. Those aren't the physical tools, but the tools you need to move on to the next level. And one tool that you can use that I created is my book, Right to a Right Situation. I know, shameless plug. What can I say? Easy read. You can find it on Amazon. You can go to my website, jonathanscharinger.com. Gives you a streamlined way to get to that. You can also go into the description here. I have it down in the description, one of the 2 books that I've written and published. But this book goes through 7 different areas of our lives and gives you one really good tool to create and advance that part of your life. Now, you can use all of those tools, which I highly recommend that you do, and work on them every day of your life. But just like everything else, work on one thing at a time. Do 1% more each day. But getting the tools necessary, ready, sharpened, prepared for you to use them in this next level of your life. Because once we go through the harvest, once we go down to the next quarter and we go through the harvest, the next year will come and we're going to have to grow and get into our new levels. Plant the seeds for the next harvest. Or if you like a video game scenario, which I like to talk about, once you've completed your levels, you've collected everything you need to collect, you've gotten all the resources, all the tools from that previous level, to get to the next level, you need to be better, you need to be more, you need to have harvested the stuff you grew this season, this year, to be able to use next season. So you need to have the tools ready, the mindset, to be able to be gracious and thankful for what you've already had and be able to push it away. And that's the next thing I'm going to talk about, is making sure you have room. Now again, you might be wondering, what the hell? Well, what does every good harvest need? Once you've harvested that, where are you going to put it? You're not just going to throw it in an open field, right? Now I'm talking about a physical thing here. But you're not just going to put your harvest out anywhere. You need room. You need room to put this harvest. Just like if you have a full glass of water, you can't pour any more water in that. It's going to overflow. once you're harvesting this, if you don't get rid of the stuff that you have, if you don't get rid of the old to make room for the new, you're not going to be able to advance to the next level. No matter how many times you go through this harvest, if you can't get rid of the old stuff that's holding you back, whether it's your friends, whether it's family, whether it's a career, your mindset, there's so many different things that you can let go of, you can get rid of to be able to move on to the next stage of your life. Now, one thing that everybody gets scared of when you talk about getting rid of friends is, oh, these are my best friends. I hang out with them every weekend. I talk to them every day. They know my innermost secrets and dreams and desires. Well, that's great. You might not get rid of all your friends. There might be some people that stick around. But that's okay. That's okay if other people leave your life. If they're mad or pissed off because you got rid of them or they left on their own accord, that's on them. That's not you. But it's okay to make room for those people because there's going to be more people coming in. You get to that next stage in life, you're going to be hanging around different people because they're going to want the same things you want. And that's the type of people you want to hang around with. People that want the same things you do. Because if you stick around people who don't and want to stay where they are, stay down at the bottom, keep partying every weekend when you want to progress further in your life, you want to go on vacations, you want to accumulate 7 different streams of wealth, you want to have multiple houses, or you want to build a real estate empire, you can't do that when you're hanging around people who don't have that same idea, who don't have that same mindset. You have to get rid of them. Now, there's some, and I will say this as a little asterisk, there are some who have that mindset who will stick around because they love you for you. They know that no matter where you progress in life, they're going to love you where you're at. Just as long as they're good where they're at. So some will go, some will stay. You got to be prepared for that. You have to make room for that. You have to make room for the new people coming into your life, because if you don't, they're still going to try to come in. But if you still try to hang around with these people, there's going to be a conflict within your life, not between those people, but within your life, within your soul, tugging you in both ways. It's going to make it harder for you to make a decision on what you want to do with your future. So make room in your life. And last, the Friday video is you don't need to be perfect. I know we talk about it a lot. Society says it a lot, that you don't need to be perfect to hand in this. You don't need to be perfect to complete this. This doesn't need to be perfect. That doesn't need to be perfect. We say it a lot in many different things. But what happens? We hear it. We even say, yeah, I know. I know it doesn't need to be perfect. But what do? We still hold on to it until it is perfect or as close to perfect as possible. We stunt our growth. We stunt our future because we try to make everything perfect in the moment. Don't try to be perfect. It never will happen. You're never going to get all your ducks in a row. Move forward anyways. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, going through these past videos, I need to double down on my efforts. I need to find my true self. I need to cultivate gratitude. I need to get the right tools. I need to do this, and this. You're going to make yourself insane. You're going to make yourself more anxious and fearful. You don't need to worry about it. As long as you start progressing each day, 1% each day, moving forward, you're not going to have all of this stuff. If you're just watching me, you're not going to have all this stuff nailed down because you just heard it. Or maybe you're hearing it again for the second or a millionth time. And now it's starting to click. Don't worry about not having all your ducks in a row, not having all these tools and resources and mindsets. You'll get it. It'll happen. Keep pushing forward. Keep working on it. It's going to be hard. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. But keep going forward. You're going to thank yourself in the future for not stopping, for not letting go, for not letting down, for not waiting to be perfect, because nobody is, and nothing ever will be. Yes, strive to be perfect. Strive to be as best as you can. to create your better life, your best life. But don't hang your hat on keeping it perfect. Move forward. You can fix it along the way. Everybody else does. There's nobody on this earth, past, present, or even in the future, that has everything perfect, has everything nailed down, and has everything going for them. We all have sunny days, we all have rainy days. Nobody's exempt. So don't be perfect. Don't hold those expectations on yourself. If I can do a little bonus for you for this video, give you a little bonus here, set boundaries. When we're working on how to prepare ourselves to receive this harvest, the harvest we're going to get next quarter, when we're working on how to prepare ourselves, one good preparation is to set good boundaries. Especially when you have people walking all over you. Especially when things seem harder than they are. Or you have too much going on. Set healthy boundaries for yourself and for the people around you. That'll help keep things in perspective. That'll help people to know and understand who are in your life now that they may not be in your life any longer. Unless they want to shape up, otherwise they're going to ship out. It lets people know where they stand. In a good way. You don't have to do it mean. Set healthy, positive boundaries, and you will start seeing your life progress a lot faster than you ever will. If you listen to my videos and watch my videos over the past couple months, you start feeling like you don't have everything in line. You don't have all your ducks in a row. You feel like you've missed the boat and your time has come. You're not going to be able to reap the harvest, reap the rewards. It's okay. You're going to have it next year. Keep working, keep progressing. One great tool, if I can flash it in front of your face again, my book, Right Tool, Right Situation. Again, it gets 7 different areas of your life. One tip for each one of those areas for you to progress in, for you to advance your life in, so that you can start moving forward, start creating a better life, your best life, so that you can live a healthier, happier, and more joy-filled life. So pick up my book. It's on Amazon. Again, you can go to my website, jonathanscharinger.com. You can go to the description for this video on YouTube. It's got one of my books there. Again, Right Tool, Right Situation. Pick it up today. You'll be happy you did.